For the talking to stop and the fighting to start, this should be good. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
About time, too.
And now it's time for our tale of the tape. And here is Emmanuel Augustus. This guy known for his unconventional fighting style, and I don't use that term loosely. Terrence Bud.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from Chicago, Illinois, please welcome.
What a pleasure it is to be here in this environment. What a venue for this showdown.
If you know you can fight, you don't need a crowd, you don't need anything apart from that opponent in the opposite corner.
What a great venue and what a great matchup. Cannot wait for this one. These athletes have been waiting a long time to square off. Here we go. He's going to loosen things up here. Let's see how he does with this fancy footwork. That counter shot lands. Those counter punches have to hurt. Can't throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You're going to get knocked out. Nice counter punch right up the middle. I know boxing fans around the world feel like Christmas morning with these two finally in the ring.
This is not just hype. We are in for something special tonight. What an arena, what an atmosphere, what a build-up.
Punch caught him clean. Punch, counter punch. He threw a punch and just got countered. How about that time counter shot? Does not score. Who's willing to go where the other fighter won't? Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. About Emmanuel Augustus in that last round. From this moment forward, he cannot afford to lose another. And there's the bell to start round 2. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
This fighter embodies the cardinal rule of boxing. Hit and don't get hit.
This is what it's all about. Hit and don't get hit. Jab, move, pop, slip. Use your footwork. Drive your opponent crazy.
They both want a knockout, you can tell. There's a counter shot. Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
A perfect counter shot. We wanted action, and they are giving us action. Nice counter shot. Missed that jab. Lucky that hook didn't score. Has Has to be careful for that. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Emmanuel Augustus in that last round. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round. Here we go in round 3. Who's going to land the first big shot? That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Catch and shoot. Straight right just misses. Nice counter. The straight right just misses. Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Beautiful counter punch. The jab doesn't quite connect. The perfect counter lands. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. They're giving us a high-tempo show. Oh, that punch. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Emmanuel Augustus in that last round. You know that bell was sweet music? Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Good counter punch. Beautiful counter shot. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Someone's will cave, but which fighter will it be? And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. To be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Not a lot of defense here at all. One punch could change everything in this battle. Jab misses. Can't score with that jab. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Augustus in that last round. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter, and the cornerman's got to put a firecracker.
That's it, now breathe.
And there's the bell for round 5. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those point areas, over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim them, go for speed.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. He scores with the counter. Nice counter shot. He misses with that jab. They exchange punches. Well done with that counter shot. It's all offense all the time. Good counter punching. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Augustus in that last round. And a round that seemed like it. On to the 6th round. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Blistering hand speed from both of these outstanding lightweights.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing up and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
Nice counter punch. Misses with the jab. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
He wasn't ready for that counter punch. Well, Johnny, you know, in the lightweight division, they've got fast hands, so get ready to see some lightning.
So you're getting in there with someone that's so fast, you're prepared to take a licking because you've got to get some before you get in close.
Missing with that jab. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Emmanuel Augustus in that last round. And it's no secret who has the advantage after that. And there's the bell for round 7. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Can't land that jab. This fighter's certainly not going to outthrow their opponent by any means, but they will when they hit. be a lot harder.
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
Swing and a miss with that jab. Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them more than happy.
Good punch. The straight right just misses. Beautiful counter punch. Augustus is clipped. Let's talk about Emmanuel Augustus in that last round.
Switch on.
And there's the bell for round 8. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Well, you know, in this division, you got to have speed and you got to have footwork, or you're going to be a cooked goose.
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself down trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
They won't give us a second to catch our breath. Looks like he's going to move around the ring a little bit more. Try some stick and move. Catch and shoot.
When are we going to see a jab from these two?
This fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
This can be so frustrating when you're under such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you've even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
You'd like to see more jabs.
A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. So the judges can't make up their mind. It is a draw. No winners and no losers here.
A draw? Ooh, listen to that crowd. Nobody's happy with that. Why? Because the build-up was ridiculous. The things that were said were ridiculous. But these two fighters were evenly...
Keep striving until my lungs can't breathe. They're all tired, I don't know about fatigue. Got my bros back if we come under siege. Got my dogs with me, I ain't carrying a leash. Thank the Lord for my freedom of speech, cause I say what I like and I do what I please. Brothers think I didn't train for this my whole life. Tried to tell them it didn't come with ease. They must have thought that I didn't put in graft. Stayed fully focused and stuck to the task. When it paid off, I was like at last.
And here we are at Cambrian Hall as the giant chandelier provides light for what should be a fantastic showdown. Alongside me, former world champion Johnny Nelson. Sugar. And here is Emmanuel Augustus, former IBA light welterweight champion, the Drunken Master.
This is going to be one hell of a fight.
Well, we're all set. Let's go into the ring for the classy Jimmy Lennon Jr.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from New York, here is one of boxing's all-time greats with 174 wins in his 201 fights. A welterweight champion of the world, a 5-time middleweight champion of the world, Sugar Ray Robinson. Fighting out of the blue corner from Chicago, Illinois, please welcome the battle-ready.
The fans are ready, and it looks like the fighters are now ready.
You know, look at the stars.
You can't imagine how bad these fighters want to get their hands on each other. Going to shake out the arms and legs and move around a little bit. No defense for that hook. The straight right just misses. What a pleasure it is to be here in this environment. What a venue for this showdown.
You have some fighters that are big show, big arena fighters, and they bask in this, they love this, they are born for this. You have other fighters where this would be like the rabbit in the headlights.
Beautiful left hook. Both fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. It's like a match made in heaven.
So much for boxing. This is a fight. When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
You're fighting a counterpuncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counterpunchers, they're watching your every move, that every twitch.
And he scores with the counter. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. He is down big time on the scores.
Every second, every minute of this fight.
Sit back together.
Here we go. It's round 2. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Beautiful counter punch. The straight right just misses. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. It's typical outside fighter, as you know, focuses on defense, stick and move, stick and move.
If you're an outside fighter, you've got to use that straight jab, the straight right hands, the straight left hands. Doing it that way, it makes it so awkward for anybody to try and pin you down or even predict which way you're moving.
Some real good back and forth between these two fighters.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
He wasn't ready for that counter punch. Nice job by him to block that jab. How about that time counter shot? Every time, you know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Robinson in that last round. What would you tell this guy? He's got to do something different.
The bell sometimes...
There's the bell to start round 3. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Well done with that counter shot. No rest for the weary. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to go down? Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Nice counter shot. Don't want to go tit for tat in there in this fight. Just missed with that hook. Oh, and Augustus might be ready to fall down. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Robinson in that last round. That was almost a... Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
So he's going to drop his arms down here. Not sure that's the wisest decision. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Good counter punch. We've seen in the past from this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds because they know they've got that power that can strike at any moment.
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
They are not going to let this one go to the judges. Big swing and a miss with the hook. That left hook missed. Straight straight right just misses. You'd like to see more jabs. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Robinson in that last round. After what we saw in that last round, there's the bell to start round 5. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Hook misses. Here we go with the lightweights. Get ready to see some blazing hand speed and fancy footwork.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain then.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Couldn't land that jab. Those counter punches have to hurt. Both men step back for just a moment. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. This one could go either way. Here we go in the 6th round. Who's going to be the first one to get buzzed?
Todd, have you ever heard the saying, the true power is behind the throne? It's the cornermen, it's what they say to their fighters, how they pump their fighters up. The true power is behind the throne. The fighters are the ones that have got to put it into action.
Punch, counter punch. Talk about punches and bunches. That's the mantra for this fighter with that exceptional hand speed.
You've got to ruffle their feathers, Todd. You cannot let them get comfortable, drag them, get them complaining to the referee, because once somebody with excellent foot speed and excellent power gets into the rhythm, the fight is over.
Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. Both men step back for just a moment. Which one of these athletes is going to say, I can't take it anymore? Counter punching. In the early rounds of a fight, you'll see two boxers feel each other out, test each other's power, and I think this boxer has decided I can walk through anything that lands.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing up and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. I promise you, all three Here here we go. It's round 7. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Beautiful counter shot. Just misses with that uppercut. What a blow to the head there. Let's see it again on instant replay.
Where did that come from? 1, 2, 3.
The referee says they can continue, but how much more do they have left?
Todd, he's up. I'll be surprised if he makes it back to the corner. And if he does, will he get back up from the stool again? That was a shot.
Looks like he's leading halfway through this round.
Perfect game plan. The thing is, can anybody figure out what to do to change this? It's a perfect start.
That counter punch caught him clean. This fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close round.
So final 10 seconds of the round, and he is looking really sharp. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. A borderline disastrous round. Round 8, and we're off again. It's been a nightmare so far. What can they do to turn this around?
2 knockdowns, and you're coming back from that. That's near on impossible because your head must be all over the place. Your legs will feel like jelly. What can they tell you in the corner? All they can do is wake you up. They can't even go into game plan.
He threw a punch and just got countered. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. You'd like to see more jabs. Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them. More than happy.
When you've got someone with the hand speed that this fighter possesses, how do you deal with it?
Some fighters are just gifted with such hand speed, footwork, movement. They are gifted. They are the chosen few.
They exchange punches. One punch could change the entire complexion of this fight. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. As you know, in boxing, the judging can go all over the place, and that's kind of what we got here, a split decision victory.
A split decision, you know what, I feel sorry for the loser because heart and soul was laid out right there. Everything was left in the ring. There's no regrets, and we had a good time as well. They did the work, we enjoyed the action. Split decision, totally agree with it. You never know, we might see it all over again.
past when I quit on me had a fold. I remember being told, son, don't ever say it's sold. For the girls, for the cars, for the fame, for the riches, for the gold. Yeah, I've been chasing material things, I've been chasing my dreams. Stay close to the team, I don't ever need no reason to leave. Heard the birds in the trees, telling me get it's a breeze. As you can see, I do it with ease, wanna make it then believe. That time that I came through and I got one for the boy. Hey, now I'm finna ball out, step back, shoot for the score. Hey, one time for the one time, I'll rebound, I reground. In the meantime, I stack up, this win my reward. Motivation, all the hating that they doing, motivation. Staying winning, nothing less, ain't no consolation. Used to tell me that I couldn't, that's my motivation. Yeah, my
I've won many things I've done, but this one here, this one takes the cake. I've won many things I've done, but this one here, this one takes the cake. Compliments on my accomplishments are only possible due to your involvement, volume, level, and confidence. A consequence of stimulating your consciousness, activating the cognitive structures. I think all you mother and opposites still play a vital role in my conquering. The combination of confrontation and pondering. Occupation is populating the conference with conversation, no astonishment, consuming the comments and then vomiting up the Vonnegut. Hey. Ominous as a monster is underneath your posturepedic, possibly in the closet. It's an necropolis, scary how I'm optimistically obstinate. Ain't no domino in my dominance when I'm dropping this. Janis Joplin droplets, it sound like the apocalypse mixed with Christopher Wallace's topics on top of obelisks. It's a kabbalist novelist inside of my esophagus. Rhyme is priming, is optimist and tastes like chocolate cake. I've won many things I've done, but this one here, this one takes the cake. I've won many things I've done, but this one here, this one takes the cake. Like winner, Charlie cake for dinner, birthday cake for breakfast, slice it like a ninja, pick up all the pieces, assemble like Avenger, authoring is August, wordplay is December, That mean my pen is in cinders and my deliverance shivers like Siberian area shippers. Slip on the slick as icicles, drip from the tip of my scriptures. If you a ship on the trip, don't hit on the tip of my glacier. Swim with the fish and flippers. I finish my pitches. This is what didn't get it, getting hit and hitting the different differs. What did he do with it? Didn't.